DJI fans, protectors, and guardians, and anyone searching for tools to achieve the next generation of work. Welcome to DJI Enterprise's first launch event. My name is Toby Knisley, and it's my extreme pleasure to be here today to show you the latest and greatest from DJI. DJI Enterprise was born in 2015, an entire division within DJI devoted to developing drone solutions built for work. Even before DJI Enterprise was officially founded, it started with the Matrice 100, an open platform. We made the M600, a hexacopter capable of lifting heavier cameras and sensors. We gave you multiple payload configurations, the ability to have a thermal camera and a zoom camera side by side. For some users, speed of deployment is everything. So we created the Mavic 2 Enterprise series, which fits in your glove compartment and is ready to deploy within seconds. DJI Enterprise continued to evolve with the release of our latest flagship, the Matrice 300. Meet the new Matrice 30. The Matrice 30 series comes in two models, the M30 and the M30T. The base M30 model has a 12 megapixel wide-angle camera, a 48 megapixel zoom camera capable of up to 16 times optical zoom, and 200 times digital zoom. It's got a laser rangefinder, which can give you the precise coordinates of objects up to 1,200 meters away. And the M30T has all of that, plus a 640 by 512 pixel radiometric thermal camera. This is the M30 at work, hovering at a safe distance from this electrical tower. There's no need to get too close, and we can just zoom in on our targets from a safe distance. So this is 20 times zoom, and there's the picture. And zoom in a little bit more. Okay, this here is the level of detail that inspectors need. See this wire that's going through? You have to be sure that this wire is still there, and if it was missing, they would have to take a note, and then the maintenance crew would have to come service this. So now let's also check out the M30T's thermal camera. So if you were a spotter in a search and rescue mission, do you think you could see the missing person? Do you see them? I bet you could. So there. Now let's switch to zoom. Zoom in, okay. It looks like they could use some help. So let's drop a pinpoint and we can get this person's precise coordinates. The first thing we did was take the ISP, which is the image signal processor, which are chips that are normally in the payload, and we moved them to the drone's body. These chips take up a lot of space, and they also give off a lot of heat when they're in use. So it was a logical decision for us to move them to the drone's body. One consequence is that the payload is fixed, so you can't swap it with other payloads. But in total, we were able to bring its weight down by more than half, from 828 grams down to 320 grams, all while maintaining the same performance and specs as the H20T. And by the way, 320 grams is less than that of a can of soda. And even though we've made it smaller, the M30 retains all of the ruggedness and environmental adaptability that you've come to expect from a Matrice. With IP55 ingress protection, the M30 can shrug off heavy rains, dust, extreme temperatures, both hot and cold, as well as altitudes up to 7,000 meters above sea level. Also, heavy winds up to 15 meters per second. Max flight speeds of 23 meters per second. That's just over 50 miles an hour. The M30 is fast, not only in the air, but also on the ground. So what I mean is, it's got a new self-locking system for the arms, so it's easier than ever both to unpack it and to pack it back up. When you need to pack it back up, you just got to press this button and the arm can fold again. We've also done away with landing gear, so this is one less step that you have to worry about when you need to get airborne as fast as possible. You can enjoy the most stable, responsive flight experience of an Enterprise drone to date, thanks to the M30's quad antenna design. With OcuSync 3 Enterprise, you can have connections up to 15 kilometers away. When you're working in complex environments, like dense urban areas or very remote areas with poor signal, you can opt to plug in a 4G dongle. As for safety features, it's got everything that the M300 has. 6-directional sensing and positioning, which enables detection of obstacles up to 38 meters away and brings the M30 to a stop mid-flight to avoid collisions. It's got numerous built-in redundancies and backup systems. So if something goes wrong, there's always a backup system that can come online. It's got dual RTK modules for reliable bearing and positioning, so you can fly safely even near structures that give off electromagnetic interference, like power lines. And like all DJI drones, it's got the ADS-B receiver, so you'll have air sense and know of any approaching helicopters or airplanes. We've revamped night and low light performance for the M30. So this is the FPV camera, and you can see clearly the skyline, the horizon, elevation features like this ridge. And if you look at the bottom right, there's the M30T's wide camera, which is nearly pitch black. We've also developed smart low light photo. So this quickly captures multiple photos, combines them, and gives you a sharp, crisp photo even at night. This is a TB30 battery, and 2 of these can power the M30 for 41 minutes of flight. They're hot swappable, so you can change in a fresh pair without having to turn the drone off. And they're also smart. They can do self-heating. When you buy your M30, it comes with a briefcase-sized battery charging station, which can charge 4 pairs of TB batteries, 1 pair at a time, with each pair only taking 30 minutes to charge to 90%. The charging station supports 3 charging modes, so there's standard, storage, and also ready-to-fly mode. So standard mode is exactly what it sounds like. It charges each pair to 100%, 1 pair at a time. But keeping your batteries fully charged for prolonged periods is actually not so good for them. So we also give you storage mode, which charges each pair to 50%, and this is better for their long-term health. And we have ready-to-fly mode. Fast charges each pair of batteries to 90%, with each pair taking less than 30 minutes, and then it keeps them there at 90% on standby. The M30 has full PSDK integration and supports a growing library of third-party payloads, which include powerful spotlights that can illuminate the ground from above, loudspeakers that can help you broadcast a message, and more. And they attach to the M30 with this rack on the top here through the top payload port. I'm so happy to present to you DJI RC+, the official enterprise remote controller. The first thing you'll notice is that it's really wide. It's got a massive, high-definition widescreen to put more visual information in your hands. The screen is sharp, clear, ultra-bright, so you can have mission-critical details even under direct sunlight. Up top, we've got 2 removable antennas that enable stable connection with your drone up to 15 kilometers away. Fully charged, the RC has a whopping 6 hours of screen on time, and under the hood, it's got 2 batteries, 1 internal, 1 external, and then you can remove the external one mid-mission and hot swap it with a fresh one. Also, you can charge the RC as you're using it with the 65-watt USB port. It's rated IP54 and can withstand temperatures ranging from -20 to 50 degrees Celsius. This means that the entire remote controller is rainproof. We started with the pilot home screen, which quickly provides you with essential pre-flight information, the presence of any altitude zones or geozones nearby, so up here on the top left. It also gives you your drone status here on the right. So this includes whether there's like a firmware update that you need, and even the status or duration of your DJI Care Enterprise coverage. If you click Enter Camera, it gives you your pre-flight checklist, and we've optimized this so you can easily set things like return to home, max altitude, directional sensing, and more. My personal favorite addition in Pilot 2 is the configuration with these 6 screen-side buttons, each of which is mapped to a variety of functions within Pilot 2. For example, you can change feeds from FPV to infrared to wide to zoom. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can drop pinpoints. All of this you can do with these buttons. Let's take a step back and put ourselves in the shoes of the firefighters or search and rescue teams who Flight Hub 2 was built for. When you arrive at the fire or the search area, the first thing you can do is log in to the live Flight Hub 2. Flight Hub 2 is entirely cloud-based, which means it's accessible not only to the pilot's remote controllers, but also to everyone on the team who has a device with a web browser. This includes the remote controller, laptops, tablets, and mobile devices. Everyone can log into the same mission and access the same intelligence gathered by the drones. We can start with 2.5D base map. So this takes the satellite map of your area and then overlays elevation data, so you have a more 3-dimensional sense of the immediate environment. Once the drones take off, you can get 360-degree overviews of the mission site with one-tap panorama sync. So the sync part here means that your panorama is automatically uploaded and shared to all teammates who are signed into this mission. If you need high-resolution details, you can choose cloud mapping. High-resolution maps, not just spatially, but also temporally. That is, a fresh map captured minutes ago. So this is how it works. First, you highlight your target area, up to 1.5 square kilometers for each flight, and then you set parameters like altitude, and then the M30 does the rest. It automatically flies over the area, taking pictures. As the pictures come in, Flight Hub 2 processes them into an orthomosaic map, which is then overlaid on your 2.5D base map. And this is the result. I can't stress just how important this is, how important this kind of high-resolution spatial information is when you're setting foot in an unfamiliar environment. And cloud mapping works at night too, with thermal. So this white area is the infrared cloud map. And Flight Hub 2 does much more than just cloud processing and mapping. A major feature is what we like to call live annotations, which are points, lines, and polygons that you can draw on the map. Polygons can help you distribute search areas between pilots and ground teams. And once you see something that might be your missing person, you can drop a pinpoint so the ground teams know which direction they should go. You can draw lines to plot out routes and guide them along the safest path. And live annotations are all shown on the Flight Hub 2 information interface. And then after the mission, post-mission, videos, photos, maps, models, everything captured can be saved, viewed, and managed with Flight Hub 2. The first, Pilot and Flight Hub 2 support not only the new M30, but also the M300. The second, through October 31st of this year, we're opening a free public beta for Flight Hub 2. Today, we released the M30, the Enterprise Remote Controller, Pilot 2, and Flight Hub 2. You can see the price here now on screen. These prices include a full year of DJI Care Enterprise coverage. Today, we bring you DJI Dock, and with it, and the dock version of the M30, you can have a fully automatic, programmed, repeatable drone flights, even in the harshest, most remote places on Earth. The first thing we had to prioritize with the dock is make it rugged, durable, and able to withstand the elements. The entire dock is weatherproof and dustproof and is rated to operate in environments with temperatures ranging from -35 to 50 degrees Celsius. And the whole thing is rated IP55. You can see here, night or day, rain or shine, this solution is extremely reliable and consistent. The DJI dock was built to last and to require minimal care and maintenance, even in harsh, barren environments, even in miserable weather like this. This is the dock's integrated weather station that knows when conditions aren't safe for the M30 to fly. I have to set it here. On top of the weather station is an ultra-wide security camera that you can live stream with Flight Hub 2. If you're installing your dock in a remote place with poor signal, the dock can have 4G. If you want to run missions that require precision to the centimeter level, we gave the dock RTK. And if something goes wrong, if there's an emergency power outage, for example, the dock has an internal backup battery that can keep the dock powered and communicating with the M30 long enough for it to land safely. It has a less than 1 square meter footprint and weighs only 90 kilograms. You just need 4 bolts, one for each of the corners, and you need a power source, an Ethernet connection, and you need 15 minutes to configure it with the Enterprise Remote Controller. And from wherever you do decide to install it, the M30 can take off and conduct automatic missions that you program anywhere within a 7-kilometer radius from the dock. So this 19 square kilometer oil field is home to over 1,100 wells, and it's one of our test sites when developing the dock. It's a remote place, and keeping track of all the equipment and infrastructure is a truly daunting task. 3 docks and 3 M30s would be enough to provide daily coverage and inspections for the entire site. So, after the M30 finishes its mission, how does charging work? When the M30 lands, it's centered as the overhead doors close, and then the dock can fast charge it back to 90% in just 25 minutes. We gave the dock air conditioning and fans, so cold air can be blown through the batteries right across its heatsink. Charging protocols and everything else, from mission planning and scheduling, to live monitoring of flight progress, to management of videos and photos, it all can be managed within Flight Hub 2. And for users and partners who have their own requirements for customizations or who have existing systems that they'd rather just plug the dock and the M30 into, we're offering Cloud API, which opens up core dock and M30 functionality to developers and system integrators, so you can set up your own private servers that work with the dock and the M30. We aim to have it commercially available in Q4 of 2022. The whole package includes the dock, Flight Hub 2, and the dock version of the M30. And you can see the prices here, the Matrice 300. Arguably, the M300's greatest feature is its multi-payload flexibility. With the H20 series for inspection, zoom, and thermal needs, the Zenmuse P1 built for surveyors and mappers, L1 for LiDAR point clouds, and the robust developer ecosystem of third-party payloads from multi-gas detectors to spotlights, loudspeakers, delivery cargos, and more. We are expanding the M300's payload portfolio here with the H20N, raising the M300 beyond even the cover of darkness. The H20N, N stands for night, is similar to the H20T. It's got wide, zoom, thermal zoom, and a laser rangefinder. But what makes this product truly shine are the integrated starlight sensors built into its wide and zoom cameras. This is what it looks like from the H20N. And this is what it looks like without starlight sensors. It's got a dual thermal configuration with 2x and 8x optical zoom. Also has a laser rangefinder that lets you drop pinpoints up to 1,200 meters away. So look really closely and pay attention to our target, our missing person. Do you see that? Did you catch that? All right, wait, let me go back. Look really close. There. Do you see that? So that blip of light was actually from the laser rangefinder, and the H20N starlight sensors can detect it. We're pricing it at $12,999 or 14,999 euros. We have 3 levels of drone platform, each with different degrees of compactness, flexibility, and performance. We have a library of payloads and accessories that transform your drone based off of your mission requirements. We have software to support you from start to finish, from piloting and mission planning, to managing your photos and videos, to creating 3D models and maps. We have a full developer ecosystem for third-party apps, payloads, and solutions. And we have a dock that enables fully automatic, programmable, repeatable drone flights. Together,
the Matrice 30 series. 16x optical zoom camera, thermal camera, wide camera, and a laser rangefinder, the M30 is the new standard for hybrid payloads. Powered by DJI's latest flight controllers, image transmission, and image processing technology for next-level performance. 6-way sensing and positioning offers protection and ensures safe flight. A new generation of quad antenna image transmission ensures signal stability, even in complex environments. With its 200x hybrid zoom camera, you can focus from afar and capture the precise shots you need. And its high-resolution thermal camera efficiently reveals heat sources. When night falls, the M30 is ready. Its low-light FPV camera sees your surroundings even in darkness. Low-light photo captures clear pictures even at night. All of this power is still compact and portable. It fits in your backpack to go where you go, ready to unpack and deploy in seconds. Hot swap batteries to keep you flying, even under torrential rain, treacherous slopes, scorching heat, gale force winds, or freezing cold. The M30 is designed to endure. The new DJI RC Plus controller is designed for enterprise pilots. It's waterproof and resistant to extreme temperatures. With quad antenna video transmission, 4G, battery hot swapping, and 65-watt fast charging, you can power through until the work is done. Pilot 2, with a reimagined user interface for a revolutionary flight control experience. Introducing DJI Flight Hub 2, a complete ground-to-cloud drone operations platform. 2.5D base map and one-tap panorama sync gives you rapid situational awareness, and RGB or infrared cloud mapping gives you high-resolution orthomosaics. Draw points, draw routes, or divide work areas, and quickly synchronize information across remote controllers, computers, and mobile devices for true ground-to-cloud coordination. We present to you DJI Dock, built for round-the-clock automatic and repeatable drone flights, wherever you need it. Highly compact and integrated for easy installation, set up and configure in just 30 minutes. Core components are modular and easy to maintain. The M30 dock version upon landing can recharge and take off in just 25 minutes. With an operating radius of 7 kilometers, DJI Dock can cover a wide range of repetitive inspection and monitoring tasks across a variety of scenarios. Plan and perform remote missions through the DJI Flight Hub 2 cloud platform. The drone can take off, execute the assigned tasks, and automatically upload media files. Check on drones, docks, and mission status in real time from your web browser to officially manage your grid of docks and achieve a truly remote work experience. The Matrice 30 series for an eye in the sky when you need it. DJI Flight Hub 2 for air-to-ground coordination. And the rugged, automatic DJI Dock to help you day and night.